Okay, weiter geht's. Da konnte ich raus. So, hier hin. Okay, wer redet da jetzt? So, mal gucken. Ich glaube, ich gehe noch kurz hier in die Ecke. Dann gehe ich mal hier gucken. Mal schauen, ob ich das Tor aufmachen kann. Ah, Kiste. Unbekannt, unbekannt. Da ist auch jemand, da sind welche. Oh. Hier sind aber eine Menge Leute. Was ist das? Husten Sie nicht in der Öffentlichkeit. Was?
Pay me a glass and I'll be gentle. Pay me a bottle and I'll be nasty.
Alles klar. Kann ich das Tor aufmachen? Jetzt kann ich das Tor aufmachen, ne? War klar. So, mal eben gucken. Da muss ich hin wegen der Quest. Hier sind Leute. Kann ich hier sonst noch was machen? Sieht nicht so aus. Wo ist denn jetzt die... Na, wer bist du denn?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reid.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Zu viel Information.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crăciunescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
Okay, wieder eine Entscheidung, die wir treffen müssen. Was haben wir bei ihr? Okay. Guck mal, bringt jetzt schon mehr als der eine, den wir ausgesaugt haben. Ja, sie ist erschöpft. Okay. Es sind aber echt viele Leute erschöpft. Ich verurteile sie nicht. Versuchen sie eine andere Arbeit zu finden, ihre Entscheidung, ihren Körper zu verkaufen.
I'm sure you could have found another job, perhaps less lucrative. Maybe you should try again.
And when exactly was the last time you looked for a job? Or worried about the rent, or what, or when you were going to eat?
Okay, wir haben noch einmal Erschöpfung. Bewahre ich, glaube ich, mich einmal lieber auf.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Und wer bist du?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reid.
Dr. Reid, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Okay.
It's a disgrace. People are left to die alone. No one is properly informed of the risks.
These are bad times indeed. So much for the glorious British Empire.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Es gibt eine rationale Erklärung. Mein Rationalismus wurde erschüttert. Es ist nicht bloß eine Epidemie. Was mache ich?
I'm convinced there is more at work here than a simple epidemic.
Really? To be honest, I could say the same. Some of the sick I saw or heard of. My God, what happened to them?
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Okay, da können wir noch nichts machen.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Ah, jetzt gehe ich schon in eine Richtung, wo ich gar nicht hin will. Mal hier eben gucken. Ja, hier haben wir einen Priester, gehen wir sofort hin. Okay, mal gucken. Weil eigentlich versucht er anzuschleichen, aber irgendwie hat es nicht so ganz funktioniert. Ja komm, ich mach mal die Spezialattacke. L2, R2. Geil. So, fertig. Quarantäne. Da kann ich also nicht rein. Alle am Rauchen gewesen. Hier komme ich her. Da gehe ich nochmal den Gang zu Ende. Ich glaube ich schon. Da ist einer. Am Friedhof.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reid. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
Ich mal da hin.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Okay, ich bin hier nicht dein. Okay, er ist erkältet.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Der ist irgendwie, glaube ich, nicht ganz richtig im Kopf. So, wieder eine Entscheidung. Eine ziemlich einzigartige Sichtweise. Ich sehe nur die fürchterliche Krankheit. Friedlich, stille, wirklich. Ah, ich sehe nur die Krankheit.
My mother loved poetry. Perhaps your words would have touched her sensitive nature. I only see a dreadful disease.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Camellia, okay. Ist das nicht eventuell diese stumme Floristin?
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives, how she survives, whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox, the stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Ja, dann.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Er hängt hier auf dem Friedhof und liest Gedichte oder was? Absagebrief eines Verlages. Psychopath Publishing Ltd. Lavender Court, Carmen Street, London. Sehr geehrter Mr. Nethercott, vielen Dank für die Besendung Ihres Gedichtbandes Lieder aus der besiegten Stadt, den wir interessant und tiefgründig fanden. Wie wir Ihnen schon nach Erhalt des ersten Exemplares mitteilten, haben Sie angesichts der schrecklichen Zeiten, die unser Land durchlebt, bitte Verständnis dafür, dass es momentan völlig ausgeschlossen ist, ein Buch mit diesem Titel zu veröffentlichen, da Sie sich noch immer weigern, den Titel zu ändern und Ihr Werk vollständig oder gar nicht publiziert sehen wollen, muss ich Ihnen leider mitteilen, dass sich Psychopath Publishing für letztere Option entschieden hat. Mit freundlichen Grüßen, A.G. Morris. Ja. Hier gibt's nichts weiter. Ah, die war verschlossen. Da ist noch jemand. Ah, das ist, glaube
Good
ich,
evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly.
ja, das ist die stumme Floristin, oder?
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Ja, das hat ja was gebracht.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Blumenstrauß, ein kleiner Blumenstrauß. Ein Gutschein für eine kostenlose medizinische Untersuchung ist zwischen den Blumen versteckt. Okay, was ist das andere? Ah. Okay, wenn ich jetzt Stufe 5 hoch hätte, könnte ich sie aussaugen. Kriege ich nochmal die Stufen hoch? Weiß ich gar nicht mehr. Na, hier ist nicht. Wie mache ich das nochmal? Keine Ahnung. Okay, da will ich aber jetzt noch nicht hin. Hier hatten wir gerade schon. Hier gibt's nichts. Nee. Ah, da oben kann ich hin. Bringt mir aber nicht wirklich was. Wahrscheinlich kann ich hier irgendwann Leute abhören. Zumindest belauschen.